Plugged in. Yep. All right, Lofty, 88.9 FM, you're in the Huddle, and we're in that time of the show where we like to get a special guest in from the Hills Football League, and we're also on the Huddle Facebook page, about to go live on Call of the Wild as well, but joining us live in the studio for the next 20, 30 odd minutes is Jake Aish from the Mount Lofty Football Club. Jake, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, fantastic. As Jade would say, take us through where did the footy journey start for you? Did it start at the Mount Barker?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, started Mount Barker. Yeah, under 8s. So started there, and then made my way over to Lofty. Yeah.
Pistols.
Yeah, and of course, being a member of the famous Aish footballing family, has it been a burden sometimes, or
not too bad? Yeah, everyone seems to talk about it. So sometimes live up to those expectations, but it's not too bad. So yeah.
Just take us a bit of a background of you're down at Sturt and also in the Crows Academy, I believe.
Yeah, it's down at Sturt. So I started Sturt through the development squad. I think it was like under 13s, I think, and then kept all the way through up to. I was lucky to play a couple of games of Resis.
Yes.
And then so played all through there. But yeah, it was good. It was good fun. Good experience.
Carl, Premiership player at a Chunga. So was there a bit of pressure to go and put the red and the blue on?
No, there wasn't actually, and not because I live in Mount Barker. It was kind of go there, and there's been talks about it a couple of years ago, but there was no real pressure to go. Mount Barker was the easier option. I had mates at school that went there, so definitely no pressure to go to a Chunga at all. No.
Now the Devils, obviously last year made in the finals. That was a bit of a breakthrough, first time in over a decade in Division 1. Winning a final, and then I suppose there's expectations that this year just to go that step further, and who knows, perhaps all the way, but one step at a time, I guess.
Yeah, well, last year was a real big improvement, and it was unreal to be able to play a final.
Yes, yeah.
So to get that experience and play some finals footy, because when it comes to finals, anything can happen. So it was good to get that first win. It was unreal, and then
it was a good game of footy
too.
It
was great. So to get that win and then go to the qualifying, that was all right, even though we lost. But it was a good experience to get there, and hopefully we can back it up this year. So
was it a bit disappointing because you had the wood on your radar obviously during the minor rounds, but when it sort of counted, then it was probably a disappointing performance in young Devs.
Yeah, it was. Because we beat them throughout the year and then got there, so we went in with I guess a bit of confidence, but it was bit disappointing at the end to lose, especially in a qualifying like that. So,
Jake Aish live from Mount Lofty on the Huddle and also on the live streams on Call of the Wild and the Huddle. So after that game, did the guys have a bit of a debrief and work out sort of what you needed to do to potentially go to the next level? Yeah,
well, we debriefed after the game and spoke about a few of the things that didn't work and what worked, and then Boards kind of spoke about the year and how he was super happy with where we've come from, considering the last couple of years we haven't made finals. So we spoke about it, and it was good to.
What did you need to work on besides goal kicking, which is improving this season? But what did you feel like you needed to work on as a group?
Well, I do remember in that game a lot of tackles and stuff like that, just simple, I think, skills and not to drop the head, because we were in it for most of the game, and then I think the last quarter they broke away. So just trying to play all 4 quarters every single minute. Not trying to play. Just trying to play consistent footy throughout the whole game. So
Hey, your connection with Michael Borden, because obviously you have a strong connection through the time at Sturt and his sons obviously as well. Can you just tell us that connection with the Bordens and what they mean for you, I suppose, in your footy journey? Yeah, well, I didn't meet Boards Archer Borden at Sturt. We played a little bit as I think it was under 16s, I think. So I didn't actually know Michael until I got to Lofty.
So I knew of him, but we weren't, like, I guess, close. I was at Mount Barker and stuff like that. So then when I came over, I guess our connection probably came a bit better. So, yeah, good mates with Archer and his older brother Max as well. So, and then, so.
Were you at the Crows Academy, is that right?
Yeah, I was, only there for, I think, did it for a year.
What did that involve?
Oh, that was kind of just go to Amy Stadium and just have a few training sessions and I guess go around the club and see what it's like to be an AFL player and all the things they do. I guess the food, meditation, exercises, stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
What year was that? Who was coach of the Crows then? Do you remember some of the players that you...
I think it was Don Pike, I want to say. I think.
Yep.
I can't remember what year it was. I want to say 2018 maybe, I think. So,
year after they made the Grandy,
I think so, yeah. So,
cool.
You didn't have to go in the pre-season camp, did you?
Did you go in the camp?
Nah.
Speaking of that sort of stuff, camps, did you have a pre-season camp? Is boards big on that sort of stuff? Or just...
Nah, well, I think we tried to organise one, but just not enough players could get out there. Stuff, cricket, people had work and stuff like that, so I think it was a bit, not everyone could get out there, so only a handful of blokes could, so, yeah.
Now, with yourself, apart from footy, how do you relax? They said talked about cricket, but what other sports you do, or hobbies, or what do you?
Like to play a bit of golf.
Really?
So every now and then, like playing golf.
Favourite course or?
Favourite course on the Friday last week. I got to play at North Adelaide the first time, so that was a nice course. But usually play at West Beach or Stirling.
Did you pop down to live golf?
Yeah, I did. I got down on the Sunday. So that was unreal. It was good to see those big golf players. So it was unreal. Yeah.
Get a few pointers off them, or?
Oh, you try to, but they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Devils started off very well, Blackwood, and as we said, beating Urayland in the last 2 weeks, maybe a little bit of a, reality check. Obviously playing Harndorf at Harndorf, where the Devs haven't won since 2011. And in Mount Barker, there's always great battles in the Mountain Derby, if I can use that terminology.
Yeah.
So, back even in the pack now.
Yeah, so it was the last 2 weeks have been
pretty... And of course, Nan Bremer, you beat?
Yeah, beat Nan, So first 3 weeks were really good, and we were just, playing, I guess, our footy. There's a couple of quarters where we kind of let down, but we were able to get the job done. But the last 2 weeks have been pretty challenging against two pretty fair income sides. Harndorf, we thought we could have taken it to them, which I thought we played okay. There was just a few things in the game when we had review on Tuesday. I looked back at it, and there was just simple things that we just weren't doing. They're an easy fix, I guess. And then Mount Barker, we were able to keep with them for most of the game. I think we had a lapse in that last 10 minutes where they kicked a few easy goals, and then we were lost it. So I think there are a few things to work on, but I think overall we haven't played too bad. So I think we haven't been thrashed yet. So I think hopefully when we come up and play them in the future, we can beat them.
When you do the review, obviously it's about placement and that sort of stuff and positions, but you also take notice of things like Fabio's hair was out of place or something like that.
Definitely not. No. Nah, he's got some luscious locks. But nothing like that. There's a few.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
There's a few funny things in the game, but no, we usually don't look at that stuff.
In terms of your preparation, how do you like to go around on game day? Yeah. You have a certain routine you like to go through, or food that you like to nibble on, or
I'm not a big eater before the game. I'm a bit too nervous to eat, so I maybe have 2 pieces of toast and that's it. Yeah. Which is a lot, but by the end of the game I'm starving. But there's no real preparation. I kind of just like to, do my own thing. Just
music's cranking though, isn't it?
On the way to footy, and then when we get into the change rooms, Jack Reed's got his big boom box and pumps and bangers in that, so that's good. So, I just try to, I guess, lock in and focus. So,
Have you got
Yeah, no, as we do, mate. Hope you don't mind. We'll just ask you a few questions under the griller. So,
carry on.
Your mate said probably not. No. We'll start off. If it was like an interstate situation where you travel, which teammate would you hate to be rooming with? Obviously, someone in the change room you've noticed already who's messy, leaves stuff. But if you were travelling, you had to, punk up with someone in the same room, so to speak. Who would you pick?
It's a tricky one, actually.
Well, there's a few candidates by the sound of it.
There's a few, is there?
Is there? No, I'm saying who would you like the room with?
Who wouldn't I like the room with?
Yeah, who's annoys you?
Not too many blokes annoy me, to be honest.
Is there a pest? Well, who's the team pest?
I wouldn't say there's... Well, Ash Eckerman said it was me last...
Mount Lofty, Benny. Hey?
Said it was me last year, Ash said. But,
yes.
Wouldn't say I'm a pest, probably a bit vocal, but...
Yeah. To yourself? Is that true? On the training track?
Yeah,
I can
show a bit of emotion sometimes. Good. Just a bit passionate, I guess, and just, sometimes I let it get the better of me, so...
Do you berate yourself during a game?
Or is it just...
or is it only on the track?
There's been some on the track, but I try to keep it...
But during a game?
I think there's been a few times, but I've tried to start to calm myself down.
You haven't got yourself sent off for abusing yourself.
Audible obscenity to yourself. I can tell you there was a case back in, I think, 2004 with the Mount Lofty senior Colts vice-captain missed the grand final premiership victory because he actually missed a shot on goal and
told himself
off. And the umpire heard him, and back in that day it was a mandatory 1-game suspension. And he missed, and they tried everything to get him off, even the tribunal, but because it was in there, so just be careful. We don't know who's listening.
I've definitely said a few things on the training track, but I try to keep it in. Sometimes playing the game, but sometimes it does slip out. Just out of frustration, just simple things that I might muck up or something like that. But I'm trying to learn just to keep it within and not get in my head too much.
Do you put high standards on yourself, Jay?
Yeah, I think I do. I try to. Sometimes when something doesn't go right, I definitely get in my head a bit, and it's nothing worse than getting in your head in the game, because then,
Now, we've got to thank our good friend Shane Collins, because some of these questions date back to Hills Footy Unplugged, some very good ones. Okay, in a crayon box, what colour would you be, Jake?
Say red.
Red?
Yep.
Red, righto. All right. What's your favourite time of the day?
Favourite time of the day? Probably bedtime.
Okay, I thought you were going to say 7:30 on a Thursday night, because training's finished for the week.
I like training.
Do you?
Yeah, love training. Training's good with the boys at Lofty, so...
Except you get yelled at by yourself all the time.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Most respected opponent?
Most respected opponent? That's tricky.
You can come back to it.
I might come back to that one.
What are you most scared of? Spiders, snakes,
most scared
Coach Borden? Or no, it sounds like he likes you, so you wouldn't get berated by him.
Most scared of?
Or nervous about?
It's cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I'm not scared of.
Cool, man.
That's all right. You can just say pass, move on. Yeah.
I'm scared of a few things, but nothing that really sticks out.
Okay.
Probably maybe Chris McTaggart.
Right.
Defensive coach. He's a little bit scary sometimes.
Chris McTaggart. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, what annoys you? What trait of people annoys you? Selfish people?
Yeah, probably selfish people. Yeah,
right.
Just someone that isn't willing to probably sacrifice a bit of themselves to help someone else out.
Well, in that vein, who in the side has a bit of long pockets if you're out in the round drinking, like who shouters it and whispers they never shout or mysteriously disappear? Is there someone like that?
I don't think there is. I think everyone's pretty... Everyone's pretty good.
I love it to go.
Yeah,
seems to be going well.
I think so, yeah. No one... I don't think so, no.
If you ask your mates, what would they say is the best element of you, besides that you yell at yourself? You're honest.
I don't know. quite funny sometimes, maybe.
Yeah,
I like to make people laugh, I guess. Yeah.
Beautiful.
What's the hardest thing you've ever had to do besides come on here?
The hardest thing I've ever had to do. Hardest thing I've ever had to do. You put me on the spot here.
Any exams or travelled to Everest or?
Hardest thing I've ever had to do. The 2Ks at Sturt were pretty hard.
Okay.
We're trying to push yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
I did have one exam, and to be fair, that was pretty hard actually. Probably because I didn't study for it. Don't know actually. Yeah.
Okay. When you have a pod night at the club, when you dance, who are you like?
Who am I like? I'm not a big dancer.
Not a big dancer.
Not a big dancer. Nah, can't get around it.
Like for Seinfeld or Mick Jagger or
what sort of music do you like?
Oh, all sorts. Old music. Yeah, I go through, I guess, phases of heaps of different music.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about movies? Well, you got a favourite movie?
Yeah, Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Okay. Great movie. Yeah. Love that. Yeah.
Siren's gone. Besides yourself, Siren's gone.
Yeah.
What Mount Lofty player would you back in to kick the goal to win the game after the Siren?
We've done a bit of goal kicking at footy, and someone
after last year you'd want to.
Yeah, definitely. We tried to focus on our goal kicking, but someone who seems to always be kicking goals is Buckets.
Yes,
down back. So I don't think I've seen him miss one. So I would probably give the footy to him.
Got a few comments here.
Yes.
Archie Borden says, I love this guy. Fabio Thompson says, this is the most serious I've ever seen this guy. Chris Illman says, Jake Aish is elite. And Fabio says, Chris McTaggart, ouch. So there you go.
Not a bad thing. Just, he's strict, and I guess that's a good thing about him. Straight to the point. If something needs to be done, he's definitely he'll give it to you. But that's what I like about him as well, that you can trust him, and he kind of gets you switched on. And so,
Who do you like watching as a footballer?
Jake Saligo.
Yes.
We're talking AFL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Jake Saligo, but then also of your own teammates.
Oh, Mule, Tyson Home.
Oh, yep.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's just cracks in hard all the time, and just...
Not only his possession-wise, but tackling-wise.
Yeah, tackling. He
machine.
Loves tackles. He's probably the smallest bloke in our side, and just, packs a punch. But he's definitely just an all-round good bloke off the field and on the field, and definitely someone that you would you're happy to have on your side.
As you know, you're a young unit, Jake. But you had the team. As a combination, you're a young unit. And then you've had Weeks, he stepped down as being skipper, and you just mentioned Tyson taking over. So he leads well, but he's only a young bloke, so he's grown into the role, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely stepped up. It's good to have Alex Weeks as our captain for a few years and learn a lot from him. But Mule has really stepped into his shoes, I guess, and he's taken control, and just how he talks at training and stuff like that. He just doesn't stop talking in a good way. It's just really constructive criticism and stuff like that, which is, it's unreal. It's good.
Do you aim to play as many games for the Devils as Bradley Birch?
Jeez, he's played a few. I don't know how many he's played.
Still playing, isn't he?
He still is, he's out there.
Yeah.
He still looks unreal, Watching him in the B grade, the A grade, boys like to get around him and watch, and he's
just the way he goes
he's just unreal, and he's a top-notch bloke as well. Seeing him off the field, he's, so nice,
Yeah.
Well done. I think he's got through it. Has he got through them there?
I think he has. What was the ones we asked him? The crayons. What colour?
I know we've already got that.
Red.
Sorry, you didn't do red. Sorry.
Toughest opponent. I think Callers from
Callers,
our Barker.
he
just the way he goes about it. He's pretty. He's pretty good.
Besides yourself, after the game, who has the product and hogs the mirror?
No one that I know. Hogs a mirror. Nah, there isn't really a mirror.
Their man fullback, the golden fist.
Nah. He does have nice hair, but I've never seen him in the mirror. I haven't seen any of the blokes in the mirror.
Wow,
just on focus.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What are you going to do for this week off? Obviously, it's still training, but you got much planned for the weekend?
Relax, and then we've got beer pong night at the football club.
Fair enough.
On Saturday night, so that should be good. So yeah.
And then you turn your attention on Loberthal.
To Loberthal, yeah.
Yep.
So that'll be good. Yeah, it'll be a good.
And the boys better do their hair that day because it's called a wild game.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll let the boys know.
Now, is it true? Last one, is it true that sometimes you've made the pilgrimage up and just looked under the canteen portrait of Bustling Beck Northcott and just paid homage?
No, not really.
Not really.
Not really. Beck will be shattered. She was
I've definitely seen it up there, but I haven't.
Haven't done the pilgrim.
No.
Beck will be really. Used to be your favourite player too. All right, mate. As we do, we'd like to get our guests on just their thoughts on the weekend's round of footy coming up. So we'll start with Country Division. Birdwood taking on Meadows. Meadows unbeaten, on top of the ladder.
Meadows are on top of the ladder.
Yeah, unbeaten. Yeah.
I don't know much about the country footy, to be honest, but we'll probably have to go with Meadows.
Yeah.
I'll go Meadows. Good
pick. Meadows. Yeah.
Yep.
Birdwood. Yep. Gamaraka, who lost their first game last week to Meadows, they're hosting Kangarilla, who were pretty good last week in winning the game that we did on the Caulderway. So at Gamaraka.
We'll go Gamaraka.
Yeah, I think.
Gamaraka.
Kangarilla playing some good footy there. They'll be there. And the game that's going to be the Caulder Wild, venturing out in the country again, Kersbrook hosting Torrens Valley, which have a few old teammates flying.
Yeah, we'll go Torrens Valley for Coxie and Louis, yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll go Kersbrook, I think.
Yeah, I think Brook has made it a bit settled, but Torrens Valley, they'd want to break the ice
eventually.
Sooner or later. They're zip 5, so they need to win. All right, Division 1, you might know a bit more about this. Blackwood, well, coming off a loss against Chunga, taking on another side who were pretty good against Harndorf. Uraidla, two sides that really always have spirited battles over there at Windy Hill. So
always a tough
Blackwood v Uraidla. Okay?
I reckon Uraidla. Yep. I reckon they're pretty good side.
Yep. I'll go Uraidla.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of Blackwood at the moment. They should be a bit better, but anyway, that's... now, side that knocked them off and, winning form is confident form and have a bit of confidence as the Chunga we're talking about as they host Onka Valley, who are coming off the bye.
Yep, I reckon Onkas will get them. Yep. I think Onkas are pretty good.
Yeah.
Onkas for me.
You like when you play Onkas, you just like the man up on former teammate Connor Mildy, or?
I haven't got to man up on him, but I think the defenders
just give that to the Iron Fist, gets the job busy. Once again, Fabio man. Righto. Then Bremer United taking on Mount Barker. This would be a cracker.
That'd be a great game. That'd be a good game. I reckon Mount Barker.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon Mount Barker.
Should be a good one. I'll go to Roos as well.
Yeah, I just think the Roos maybe. Yeah, it'll be a good game. 1-10 maybe the Roos. And Harndorf taking on Loberthal, the old traditional derby, but Harndorf perhaps at this stage a bit too good for me.
Yeah, I think so. Harndorf, yeah.
Harndorf for me.
Yeah, there we go. And I was going to ask you, not why are you going to win? How are you going to win? But yeah, you got the bye, so
got the bye. Yeah, good.
So very good.
Fantastic, Jake. Thanks very much for joining
us.
No
worries. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and tell Fabio it's not that hard.
We'll get him in next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully we'll get him next time. So
no worries.
All right,
well done.
Jake was our guest from the Mount Lofty Footy Club, and as we said, Benny called a wild Saturday. He's coming to you from Kersbrook Oval, Kersbrook and Torrens Valley. So looking forward to that. And in the meantime, we'll be back next week on the Huddle here on Lofty 88.9 FM. But good show coming up, I believe.
Yep, looking back with Brendan. So we'll get into that after this. So thanks very much once again, Jake and Pistols, and that's a wrap.
Catch you next week, and keep chasing your goals.
Cool.